Okay, so we're going to go over the process of making a raw egg eggnog. The first thing I did was put in some real good chocolate ice cream inside my Breville blender. Here I like the Breville, and the KitchenAid's good too, but the Breville has that spot in the bottom that goes down and helps everything form in the bottom to get cut up. I prefer this particular brand of eggs when I go shopping. Now this here is what I call the tub of truth. So the idea is if the egg floats to the top, throw it out. So that's how I determine if the eggs are good. Now the next thing we have here, and I keep this in here because this is easy to just kind of flip over the garbage can, kind of bang it on the side and get the stuff out. This is because even though I have a powerful garbage disposal, I've had problems with it still getting clogged with stuff from juicing and whatnot. So it's a good idea to keep one of these right over the sink, and that way you probably may not have to pay the plumber to come clean things out. So the next thing, I use one of these. These things are great because you drop this, you put the egg inside. I've only got two hands here, folks, so I don't have a cameraman to help me. So this thing you put on the top of the egg, you hold the egg, and you drop it. Sounds almost like a click-clack. Those of you that are older remember those stupid things. So you drop this. I usually have to drop it from the top, I don't know, 5 to 10 times to get a good cut. So it has a little edge here that cuts the shell perfectly, because I was having trouble with getting little pieces of shells into my eggnog, which I found extremely annoying. Then I have the egg examination glass. So you get a clear glass like this. You look at it from the bottom, flip it up. You look at it from the top, look at it from the side, and if you find blood spots or anything that kind of freaks you out, throw it out. So once the egg's in here, you can use a spoon and you can kind of pour out. If there's sometimes a shell gets into the white, dump the white out, some of it. And then you have the yolk, and I just dump it in here. So you can put in here, I use ice cream, sometimes I use yogurt, sometimes I use a little both, and that way it makes it delicious tasting. Now there's that woman in Italy, I can't remember her name right now, but if you put it in, woman eating raw eggs lives to 117 years of age. She ate 3 eggs a day and made it to 117. Now, that's quite an accomplishment. Said she didn't eat a whole lot of vegetables and fruits and things. So there's a lot of good in the egg. Don't underestimate the power of the egg. So I have found myself doing a whole lot better health-wise and energy-wise, especially. The yolk is a good source of vitamin D and a whole bunch of other things. If you look up on a chart, the yolk versus the white or the clear, you'll find out most of the good stuff is in the yolk. So I highly recommend a raw eggnog shake, whatever system you want to use to sweeten it up. I don't know if you want to go Rocky style, just, drink it down straight. You could do that, I suppose. But again, I think you should probably check and make sure they don't float, and then examine them, in the glass here, and make sure that there's no spots in there with some stuff that you necessarily don't want to be consuming. So anyway, I highly recommend the raw egg shake. Now, many people are going to be concerned, oh, salmonella. Really? Okay. So first of all, statistically, unless you're using commercial eggs, and even there, I think it's like 1 in 40,000. I don't use commercial eggs. I use the pasture-raised or eggs I get from people. I haven't had any problem. I've been doing this my whole life. I'm almost 60. When I was a little kid, my mom used to take the blender, the old Oster or whatever it was called, and she'd throw a couple of eggs in there with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, a little shot of vanilla with some milk blended up, and down it went, no problem. So I've been drinking eggs since the 60s, folks. And that's the 1960s, not the 1860s. Anyway, I highly recommend this. And that woman who made it to 117, she's just one instance. I have another lady in the parish that's 100 years old, and they were teasing me about it. I said, what does she eat? What does she eat? And she's like, oh, she drinks a Coke every day. I'm like, a Coke? Are you kidding me? Well, then I found out they were having a little fun with me, because inside the Coke, she puts a couple of raw eggs. Now, I know that's not a very tasty sounding thing, but the fact is the woman's 100 years old, doesn't have diabetes. She still walks quite well. So something's going on with the eggs. I know all kinds of nutritionists. No, don't do it. It's so bad for you. Yeah. Have you got someone that made it to 117 on your diet? I don't think so. Good day. God bless.